Do you know that we have done more than 200 episodes of The Traveling Golfer over the years, and we never get tired of it? You know why? Because we visit some of the greatest golf destinations in all the world. You're going to see another one on this latest episode of The Traveling Golfer. Get ready for another smooth drive down the golf trail. There was a day when a lot of people took a deep breath when you asked about the health of the golf industry. Not so anymore. Post-COVID, things started to boom, and 2023 happened to be one of the busiest years ever in golf. We're going to talk about that with some of the real movers and shakers of the golf industry, plus look at some of the great courses that are enjoying the perk and activity right here on this latest episode of The Traveling Golfer.
One moment changes everything. Distance, precision, decided in a microsecond. So reduce your ball spin and get the most performance at impact with 4 yards more. A next-gen golf tee proven by pros and players like you. The unique durable design flexes at contact, reducing ball spin, giving you tighter control and more distance. So change your game and get 4 yards more. Brought to you by Greenkeepers. Golf smart.
The time is now. Myrtle Beach Golf has never looked better, and your best shot is yet to come. Embrace every moment and escape to your course of choice.
Hey, kid, what are you doing?
I'm getting my ball.
Well, I know there's all kinds of them. You don't need to fish them out of there.
No, it's a Bridgestone though, dude.
That's a Bridgestone?
Ha ha!
Hey, come on, Bridgestones. Where are they?
One here, one right here.
Yeah, but it's not yellow.
Yeah, but it's a Bridgestone.
Yes, it is a Bridgestone.
Has anyone ever told you look like Tiger Woods?
Uh-uh.
All right.
Raise the bar with Flight by Yingling. Low carb, low calorie, more taste. Brewed for the generation that's always reaching for more. Flight by Yingling, the next generation of light beer.
We're with Dan Murphy, president, Bridgestone Golf for more than 20 years. So Dan, you have certainly ridden the ebbs and flows of the golf industry during that time, and it has been high highs and low lows. Luckily, in this post-COVID era, it seems like we're hitting another real high.
We are, and it's interesting. I've been in the business since the mid-90s, right? And you think about what we saw during that time. We saw Tiger come on the scene, 98, 99, and participation kicked up about 15% from 99 to 2000. So we really enjoyed the Tiger boom, right? And that lasted all the way to the financial crisis of 08, 09. And then we spent a little bit of a down decade in the doldrums until 19. Tiger came out, he won the Masters playing a Bridgestone ball, by the way, in 19. We loved that moment. And then, of course, in 20, we saw the COVID situation happen, and golf became the safe place to be, and you can go out with your family and your friends, get some fresh air when everybody was sequestered inside. And golf boomed, and so what we saw in 20 was big kick in participation. 21, 22, we thought in 23 maybe it would start to come down, but it didn't, it grew more.
Absolutely.
And so we have this sort of elevated plateau that we're operating under. So our new normal is a significantly higher normal than the pre-pandemic. So we're loving it.
The only thing that hasn't changed over that entire time is that people are continually losing golf balls.
Well, we're thankful for that because if they tee up the best golf ball in the business, which is the Bridgestone ball, and by chance they hit an errant shot, we will make more.
And of course, your famous commercial that has been airing for the last year or so with Tiger and Freddie Couples using the ball retrievers and taking the balls out of the water one after the other. Hey, there's a Bridgestone. He's
Well, you know,
that was great.
We've always tried to approach our communication with a little bit of fun. I mean, golf is supposed to be fun.
Right.
My wife tells me that when I come home grumpy from the golf course. But golf is supposed to be fun. So in our commercials and our TV ads, we've always tried to have a little bit of fun. And we thought, wouldn't it be funny the vision of Tiger Woods fishing a golf ball out of the lake?
It was. There's no question.
Just a little gag that we did. We got to keep it going.
By the way, all these balls made in America.
That's right, Covington, Georgia.
Yeah.
But you know, what's interesting is there's a real change in how golf is introduced to people, right? We're a golf ball company, so we're primarily a green grass company.
Right.
You know, you got to be on green grass to play a golf ball. But this simulator golf and entertainment golf and off-course golf has really become a feeder system to the green grass side of golf.
Yeah, those darn simulators, the only place you don't lose a golf ball, but
that's right. But it is an opportunity, the simulator side of golf and the Top Golf, you know, for people to get introduced to the game and in a very non-threatening, easy, friendly, with family and friends to try golf and to be able to translate that to the golf course.
All right. Take it from Dan Murphy, President, Bridgestone Golf. Play golf, have a ball. Got a long history with this guy, Jason Straka, with Fry Straka Design. Dana Fry, Jason Straka. We've walked around some pretty cool pieces of property and looked at some good golf courses.
Sure have.
The Union League National Club down South Jersey. Now, and of course, folks, if you go to Naples, Florida, you're going to know their designs also. Naples National and the very famous Calusa Pines. Difficult course, but what a that's a roller coaster ride. It really is. Now, your first one in Ireland.
Super excited. I know, right? That's a big leap.
Okay, so here's the map of Ireland. There's Dublin. It's right down here on the coast.
So 2 hours, Tony, straight south of Dublin by car, right along the freeway. Super easy to get to. Brand new golf course. It's called the sunny southeast of Ireland. So for a reason, it actually gets most sunshine and is the warmest part of Ireland. There's not a lot of very renowned golf in that area, so a lot of people will drive from Kinsale to Old Head and straight over to Dublin. So this will give them a reason to stop in the southeast near Wexford.
So you just started on it.
We're starting construction in February of 24.
And have you picked a name for it yet?
It's called Curracloe Links. Curracloe Links.
I was hoping it would be Tony's place.
Ah, well, you know, those are Italian names, though, right? I mean, we're in Ireland here.
You're right. You're right. Wow, that's exciting.
So Curracloe is famous. It's because of the beach, and that's where they filmed Saving Private Ryan.
Since COVID, there's been a rebirth of golf travel again. It seemed like in the summer of 2023, everybody I know was either going to Ireland or just came back.
There or Scotland, it sure seemed like it, right? And this will give them another course to play. And I mean, we couldn't be more excited, more thrilled. And you know, I tell you, Tony, the best thing about working on the project are the people. The Irish people are so welcoming. I think that's one of the reasons why Americans love to travel there, you know, besides the golf.
Yeah, that is the national treasure there, the people of Ireland. And now there'll be one more jewel in that national treasure chest. Curracloe be coming to you soon. Stay tuned. More with Jason Straka and our good friend Dana Fry. Can't wait to see what you guys come up with there.
Thanks, Tony.
Baseball? Nah. Football? Done it. I think I'm gonna go after the PGA Tour.
Playing on the PGA Tour is not easy.
But you know what is easy? Hitting the 524 series from Tour Edge.
Hitting linebackers and home runs used to be easy.
Out here, you're gonna need all the easy you can get.
Introducing the 524 series from Tour Edge, the easiest clubs you'll ever hit. Even the best players in the world can use a little easy.
I like the sound of that. Look out, PGA Tour.
Pound for pound, nothing comes close.
Now every weekend I play around, and every fairway I'm driving straight down. Well, I'm having a ball, no, I just can't lose. Some days I'm rocking the whites, some days I'm playing the blues.
Bridgestone's Tour B. It fits you from any team.
So go on rocking the whites and playing the blues.
Don't you be pushing me up.
The time is now. Myrtle Beach Golf has never looked better, and your best shot is yet to come. Embrace every moment and escape to your course of choice.
Golf in the post-COVID world, well, a lot of changes, maybe none more so than on the equipment side, for a couple of different technical reasons. So we've got Dave Glott. He is the president and founder of Tour Edge Golf Worldwide, one of the leaders in the industry. And Dave, you faced some very special challenges through COVID and then after. Let's talk supply chain first.
Yeah, that was crazy. So starting, of course, when it all hit the fan and we had to basically close our doors. We had 6 people in the building, you know, shipping what we could and probably breaking the law. But we were looking at the shelves and they're full and like, well, what are we going to do with all this stuff, right? 3-4 months later when they opened up golf, poof. I mean, we sold everything in 4 months. It was unbelievable. But yeah, but since the outbreak in China was so strong, all the factories were closed for 6 months. Then we couldn't get anything for 6 months. But then we overbought, of course. Everybody overordered. So it's been a roller coaster. But we're coming out of it now, and things are getting back to normal.
Well, now all of a sudden we're getting a little bit different information. The National Golf Foundation came out with statistics for 2023, 1 million new golfers in America, the most in any year since 2001, Tiger phenomenon. And we're now up to 26.6 million golfers in America. Is this sustainable?
Well, I think as long as the economy, again, continues to tick as well as it has, and we never really did feel that recession, at least not yet, and it's not doesn't look like it's in the immediate future either. There seems to be plenty of wealthy people, plenty of money out there.
Well, there's plenty of wealthy ones. As far as the economy thing, don't tell that to the housewives. They're trying to buy groceries at some of these costs anymore, but
No,
that's a different thing.
Plus, greens fees are probably double.
Yes.
But it's doesn't matter so far.
Yeah.
So
discretionary money, though, you're right. People have found discretionary money and they are allocating it to golf because it's the healthy family activity.
Think about all that time we had to spend indoors and play cards and all that. We weren't spending money.
No.
So now it's happening.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do we see a major breakthrough on the equipment front sometime in the near future? I mean, I have to think back to some of the biggest breakthroughs ever.
Yeah.
The metal driver in early 90s or whatever it was. That was a complete game changer. Maybe some of the turf grass innovations that have taken place, different grasses and different ways to maintain them. We're playing on different surfaces than we did 30 years ago.
Beautiful, yeah.
Do we see anything in the equipment?
Yeah, I think you do every day. So it's mostly related around the driver. And the fact that they just become easier to hit, more forgiving, straighter, which we were talking about a little bit earlier, it's getting to the point where you just set the thing down and it's down the middle of the fairway. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah. It's hard to turn the ball with a driver anymore. You used to be able to hook, slice, do all kinds of things with it. I can only hit it straight anymore. That's really not a bad thing.
That's a good problem.
Yeah. Dave Glodden, again, Tour Edge Golf, on the cutting edge, the equipment side of the industry, and that's why we talked to him in this very special Traveling Golfer Show. Frank Carroll, president of Greenkeepers, one of the most successful golf accessory companies in the world. Your place goes like 24 hours a day.
Yes, 3 shifts a day. Yep, old-time manufacturing in Philadelphia, but you are right, 3 shifts a day.
So we have a special thing to talk about on this show, post-COVID, how the golf industry has changed, how your part in the golf industry changed, but also how your part in the manufacturing industry changed. So what kind of demand increase did you see on the accessory side coming out of COVID?
A very large increase. During COVID, the problems with the cost of freight from Asia and different parts of the world into the United States, the problems with plants shutting down in other parts of the world, and supply restrictions and so forth, the demand for domestic supply skyrocketed. So, being that we were already a 24-hour day operation and a completely vertically integrated plant, we were able to meet the demand that we had to and supply our customers. We did see our business increase dramatically because we were able to supply.
So where does this go from here? 2024, looking at a new flood of players into the game. National Golf Foundation figures 2023, 1 million new golfers in America, largest increase in a single year since 2001. Wasn't that the year some guy by the name of Tiger Woods sort of lit the flame? And now we're up to 26.6 million golfers in America. Is this sustainable?
I believe it is. I believe as long as the industry continues to maintain proper pricing, that they don't make it unattainable for people by overcharging for a round of golf, for the equipment, for the accessories and so forth. And as long as they make the rounds available for people to get on the golf course and play. And I think it's sustainable. It'll obviously soften a bit as people, find other activities and they have to get back to work in the office and so on. And, there was a lot of time for people to play golf during COVID. So you're going to have a little bit of softening from that huge spike. But we have a lot of young kids that started to play golf. So they are interested in it. There's kids that have become outstanding golfers. I know some of them myself. So they're going to continue to play the game. And I think golf has a very bright future.
Frank, let's hope we ride through the last part of this decade on a high note.
Let's do it.
One moment changes everything. Distance, precision, decided in a microsecond. So reduce your ball spin and get the most performance at impact with 4 yards more. A next-gen golf tee proven by pros and players like you. The unique durable design flexes at contact, reducing ball spin, giving you tighter control and more distance. So change your game and get 4 yards more. Brought to you by Greenkeepers. Golf smart.
Over the last 190 years, a lot has changed.
But at Yuengling, America's oldest brewery, we're still focused on one thing: brewing darn good beer.
Yuengling, the oldest brewery in America.
So, what do you want to do today?
Today, I want to run. I want to skate. I want to see a show. I want to play. I want to eat. Like a lot. I want to sleep in a hotel. Can we do all that?
We can do all that and more.
I know it looks like I'm sitting in the middle of the Irish countryside, but I'm not. I'm sitting here with Jerry Maguire. He is the chairman of Cairn Golf Links, and that's it right there. Northwest coast of Ireland, one of the more remarkably beautiful spots in all of the world, and one that not as many people know about when we talk about Irish golf. But we're going to change that.
We are, I
All
hope,
right.
indeed. Yeah.
So, Jerry, this special show is talking all about the effect of COVID on golf and the post-COVID world coming out of it. We talked all of the different segments of the golf industry. No segment was affected more than the travel industry. You saw that.
Absolutely. Well, we were a struggling golf club for quite a long time, despite the fact that we have absolutely the most towering dunes probably in Europe. All our holes, 27 magnificent holes, but we hadn't got the word out there. And we were very lucky. Back in May 2019, the No Laying Up guys paid a visit to Cairn Golf Links, and indeed a lot of the golf courses along the west of Ireland. And they gave us the thumbs up as one of the great courses on the west of Ireland. And their show came out in November of 2019. And our figures suddenly, from about 2,500 rounds of golf, jumped to about 4,500. So for the first time in 25 years, we were starting to reinvest in our clubhouse. We were able to buy merchandise for the shop on the strength of what we thought was going to come in 2020. And of course, we were at this PGA show in January of 20. But the word was out about COVID in China. Well, we never thought the west of Ireland or United States would ever be affected. And yet, by the time we got back into mid-March, we had to close because of COVID. And no sooner had those bookings come in the window, they went back out the window. And suddenly, we had bought the merchandise for the shop. We had put in new carpet into our clubhouse. We were making the place look a lot better. Our numbers were going up, and suddenly, crash. All the work we put in for 5 or 6 years out the window. But then we had a stroke of genius. Tom Coyne, who wrote the book about a course called Ireland, he phoned me and he asked me would I do a diary on what COVID was going to do to a remote west of Ireland golf club, what damage it would do. And it happened to be the week that we were letting the staff go. All our staff had disappeared. We only had our greenkeepers out, and myself and the general manager in the office. If you saw the white faces on the kids when we told them that night their job was gone, because the town of Belmullet is 2,000 people. It relies on any sort of a job. The kids bring home the few bob, and look, everybody's happy. But something happens, it's a very sad case, and it was a very emotional time. But as a result of that diary, Tom Coyne, at the end of that, when I did the podcast on the Golfer's Journal, he said at the end of it, unprompted, you might do better, you might do worse than buying a life membership in Cairn. I'm already a life membership. And we dropped our life memberships at that time in order to create some cash flow. And after he released the podcast in mid-April of 20, we had the most unbelievable surge of emails. We had 6,000 emails through the door in the space of 2 months. And people bought merchandise. People wrote to us, said they couldn't do anything for us because their kids were sick. There was all sorts of stories, but the main thing was every one of them wanted to support. The Golfing Glow is a small global community, but by God, do they reach out? And only for that happened. And suddenly we had to open our online shop. We didn't even know what an online shop was. We opened our online shop. People bought green fees in advance. They bought the merchandise, the new merchandise we bought in the shop. And from nowhere, we took in about 160,000 euro. And suddenly we were back in business. And then people, of course, after COVID, start coming, and we always said we'd be delighted with 6,000 to 8,000 rounds of golf.
And
last year we did 13,500 rounds of golf, and suddenly we're now investing in the course. It's number 11 in Ireland. We've opened our new course, the Wild Atlantic Dunes. Even though we've 27 holes, we mix and match, and we create 2 courses out of it. People are staying out longer in Balmullet, and it's a great success story, but could never have happened without what happened.
I'm so happy to hear this. A great friend of mine, the late great James Finnegan, golf historian, golf writer based out of Philadelphia, wrote the huge anthology about golf in Ireland, and he told me in his private admission, he didn't want to write it publicly, his favorite course in Ireland was
Carn
Golf Links.
Yeah.
It really was. He had a spot in his heart for it. So this is a story, folks, about post-COVID golf. Yes, you've heard a lot of good things, but now you heard a great thing. This great historic golf course has been revived. And Jerry, I take my hat off to you and the people there that had the stick-to-itiveness to stay there and fight this through. Folks, come to Carn Golf Links on the northwest of Ireland. The Traveling Golfer will be there soon. Stay tuned. As you can see by all the traffic at the PGA show this year, the golf industry is very healthy again. Hopefully it stays that way. Hopefully we learned lessons from the past troughs, but COVID helped the golf industry, and now we get to enjoy the benefits. We hope you enjoy this latest episode of The Traveling Golfer. We'll see you somewhere else along the golf trail. American Fit is the official apparel sponsor of The Traveling Golfer, the finest in feel and the finest in fashion.